Just a couple questions to get your input. What would you like to see from the Morgan Mile in terms of helping the young men here at Morgan State University?
First of all, the Morgan Mile is a wonderful program. I understand that universities across the country have been looking in on what we're doing with the program, Kenneth. And I'm very, very delighted that this program actually started here in Morgan, and it has my 100% support. What I would like to see is a bit more of what's happening in the program now. I would like to see the young men in this program embrace excellence as a goal. I would like to see the young men in this program understand their place in the world and to understand that Morgan is a wonderful institution that will prepare them for that place in the world. I want our young men to walk down the street with their heads high, with pride, if you will, and understand that they are part of something special here at Morgan. And when they get their degrees from us, they are fully prepared to go out there and compete with the world. I want them to be incredible role models for the entire world. We are about growing the future here at Morgan and basically leading the world. And so I want the young men coming through the MILE program to understand that leadership piece and what it really means to lead the world in their disciplines, in their communities, and in other aspects of their lives.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Wilson. My second question is, how do you feel the Morgan Mile fits into your vision of the university?
As I indicated earlier, our vision for Morgan is to grow the future and lead the world. And as such, I understand what is happening to our young African-American males all over the United States. And when I look at statistics that show me that we have more young black males in prison than we have walking our campuses, if you will, that's not something that we need to accept. And so as we really embrace this notion of growing the future, leading the world, this program comports very well with that vision, because we can't grow the future if we are not seeing more and more young black men coming onto our campuses. We can't grow that future, if you will, if we are not graduating them in record numbers. We can't grow that future if we're not providing the kind of support needed to ensure that these young men are successful on our campuses. And so when I talk about growing the future, leading the world, I'm talking about an experience here at Morgan that will enable students, all of our students and our young men in particular, to be imbued with the kind of qualities that they need to go out there and be successful. And so this is indeed a part of my vision, and the program and the preparation that is going into producing the young people that we are producing is solidly a part of that particular vision.
Thank you again. My last question, what is one thing that you feel that you would want the gentleman from the Morgan Mile meeting to walk away from this meeting and after you've presented?
Well, if there's one thing I would say, I hope that the gentlemen who were here this afternoon would understand the importance of being an example. And so I would want them to be exemplars of the kinds of things that I talked about. That is, it starts with appearance. And so I was really impressed when I looked out in the audience and I saw young men, if you will, presenting themselves in the way that I think our young men should present themselves. And so that's the first piece. And a number of them came up to me afterwards, and I was really comforted in knowing that I connected with them around, once again, the whole notion of excellence and what that means. And that means burning some serious midnight oil. It means foregoing those parties on Friday night sometimes, because you have that big exam on Monday and you can't just wake up Sunday evening, if you will, and try and cram for something, because if you do, then your head becomes like a sponge. You squeeze it a little bit and everything falls out of it. And so those are some things that I hope that the young men will leave here with. That ultimate pride. You know, when they walk the campus, you know, you're walking on history. And I want people to have a swagger about that and understand what that means. You know, there was a lot of people who made this institution possible and who made these spiffy facilities possible. And I want you to appreciate that. And I want them to walk this campus with an enormous amount of pride and understand what that means.